What's up guys, it's Salvajee and we're back at it again with another Destiny 2 Legendary Weapon review. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Dire Promise. This is the Dead Orbit hand cannon. And of course, I just want to remind you guys that this is my review on the Dire Promise, which means that my personal preferences and opinions are going to be involved in this review. So just keep that in mind, just in case you disagree with a couple of points that I might mention. Anyways, with that said, let's get right into the review. I'm going to be talking about PvE first, and then I'm going to be talking about the PvP aspect of the Dire Promise. So right off the bat, I'm just going to let you guys know that there are two things that I dislike about this hand cannon. The fast fire rate and triple tap. And I also have to say that there are two things that I like about this hand cannon. The fast fire rate and triple tap. You guys are like, Salvajee, you just contradicted yourself. Guys, don't worry. The world is a big contradiction itself. But the point is, okay, that this hand cannon's biggest strength, it's also its biggest weakness, okay? As you guys can see, or as you guys saw, you know, in the clips, in the clip that I'm showing you guys right now, I shoot into this giant servitor and I am able to dish out so much DPS because not only does the hand cannon fire very quickly, but of course I have triple tap, which means every time I get a precision hit, you know, I'm able, 3 precision hits, I'm able to get a bullet back in the magazine. But that's the thing, guys, not everybody has the crit box of a giant servitor. What I'm trying to say is that this hand cannon from long to medium ranges isn't as effective, in my opinion, like the better devils. And the reason for that is, it's because if you want to get those triple tap headshots, if you want to get those triple tap critical hits, you guys are going to have to slow down the fire rate of the hand cannon so you are more accurate with the hand cannon. And on top of all that, you also have to aim for precision hits, which means that the weapon is already holding you back as much. Like, you know, my thought process is, why use the Dire Promise in PvE when I can just use the Better Devils? The Better Devils has a pretty good fire rate that I like, and on top of all that, it has explosive rounds, which is always active, and I don't have to aim for headshots to get the best out of my Better Devils. So yeah guys, what I'm trying to say, if you guys want to get the best out of this hand cannon in PvE, it's going to be pretty hard because you're going to have to slow down your shots a little bit, and of course you're going to have to go for those precision hits. But just because this hand cannon's biggest strength is its biggest weakness doesn't mean that this hand cannon is bad. In fact, this is probably maybe my second go-to hand cannon for PvE, my third go-to hand cannon for PvE. And the reason for that is because the fast fire rate just makes hand cannon fun, okay? It's just really, really enjoyable. You know, if enemies are within like short, you know, medium to short range, you're just gonna be melting them because you can just quickly tap the trigger. And the thing is, you don't have to go for headshots, you don't have to activate triple tap, okay? Because the hand cannon has 13 bullets in the magazine, and that's actually pretty good within itself. But again, the only point that I want to point out is that I rather use a Better Devils instead of a Dire Promise. But with that said, let's take a look at PvP and let's see how this hand cannon performs in the PvP realm. Alrighty then, so let's get right into the PvP aspects of the Dire Promise. I have to say that this is probably one of my favorite hand cannons to use in PvP, at least as of now in Destiny 2. And just in case you guys know, or may not know, I was a huge hand cannon guy in Destiny 1, and of course I'm still a huge hand cannon guy in Destiny 2. You know, Thorn, The Last Word, Fatebringer, Imago Loop, Fever and Remedy, even Word of Crota, I would take those hand cannons into the Crucible, because again, I just really, really liked hand cannons. So I have to say that this thing, if you actually know how to use a hand cannon in the Crucible, which not a lot of people know how to use a hand cannon in the Crucible, you're going to have a lot of success with it, okay? And the reason for that is because of two things that I noticed about this hand cannon. I didn't even have to look at the stats to realize this. So the first great feature that this hand cannon has is that it has some pretty nice and spicy aim assistance, okay? Look at this critical that I'm gonna get right there. That critical that I got right there, guys, like, I feel like I wasn't even close to the head and I still got a critical hit. Okay, that's what I like about this hand cannon. Like, sometimes you're just being inaccurate with it, sometimes you're just spamming it, and I feel like Bungie is just giving you the hits. It's super accurate. This thing is a monster. Also, another reason why this hand cannon is accurate, and of course the second reason why you should use this hand cannon in the Crucible, is because, as you guys may or may not know, the longer you fire a hand cannon, the more inaccurate that it gets. And I feel like, you know, this obviously applies to this hand cannon, but it doesn't apply as hard as other slow firing hand cannons like the Better Devils and the Old Fashioned. Anyways, when you're in close ranges and when you're also in medium to close ranges, I also feel like this hand cannon can melt, specifically if you're able to land like a couple of precision hits. Like guys, the only reason why I lost that fight there is because, well, he had Uriel's gift, obviously. But another reason why I lost that fight there is because my aim was just really bad. But if I was able to get at least 2 crits on that fight, and you know, I actually had good aim, I would have been able to come out on top. Guys, overall, this hand cannon is a beast in PvP, and of course, you really do need to get your hands on it if, of course, you have a chance, and of course, if you like using hand cannons in PvP. But anyways, guys, those are my thoughts, those are my opinions on the Dire Promise hand cannon. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe to join the Salvajee cartel, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. See you guys in the next one. Peace.